Wow, sorry, haven't done that for a while. I had myself muted. This is Jamie. It is March 26th, and welcome to Sci-Fi Vision. Thank you if you are here today. This is our first episode of what I've decided to call Crimson Justice for Daredevil Born Again. We're going to be doing the first episode of the second season. And Jenn is here now. Let me add you to stage. There you go. Hello, Jenn.
Hey, hello. Sorry.
Welcome. That's okay. That's okay. I was talking without my mic on, so for a second there, so it's all good. I know we might have some new people tonight, although I'm not sure if they're here yet. Sometimes people seem to drop in a little bit later. But if you are here, thank you. We appreciate it. Please make sure you like the video, hype it if you can, subscribe to Sci-Fi Vision, and if you're not a member of our Discord, please make sure you join. I put the link in the chat. We like to have watch parties like we had just right before this in order to watch the episode. So everybody's always welcome to that. And we put the schedule in there as well. Hi, Karen. Thank you for stopping in. Other announcements, as suggested by Dieter. Thank you, Dieter. I do have memberships for the channel now. I've added emojis and stuff. I'm building it up, but I'm going to put some announcements coming through the that first, such as some of the dates we have coming up for From stuff. Because I have not yet announced all the different From guests we have coming for those of you from the Fromily, but we do have a few that I will be announcing soon. It's just so early. I kind of hate to announce it so early. But also on Monday, which is the 30th at 7:30 Eastern, we have Axel Whitehead, who plays JT James, aka Hellfire in Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. He's coming to be our special guest for our Spotlight episode. Let me bring Scarlet in here. Hello.
Does everything look okay?
Yeah, you're good. Hold on. I'm gonna delete your video there so your picture shows. Hey B, welcome. I was thinking about you earlier. I was watching a recap and I'm like, if you thought this episode was violent, because it's been a lot worse. But anyway, it is. It's a very violent show. Hold on, I gotta turn my volume up. But as I was saying, we have Axel coming on Monday for our first spotlight dealing with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. But obviously we're finally starting Marvel stuff. We might have a Daredevil guest coming up. I'm hoping. I don't want to announce that and jinx it, but that would be coming soon as well. And then probably the following week, I don't have an absolute date yet, but we also have James Paxton coming for S.H.I.E.L.D., who played young John Garrett. So he will be coming as well pretty soon. We're always trying to add people. So yeah, that is the rest of my announcements, or all of my announcements, I guess, at this point. But thank you, everybody who has joined. And yeah, like I said, please like the video and subscribe. So, hi, guys. How is your Thursday going? I feel like it's been a long week.
It has. It's been a long week. Do you have spring break coming up, Scarlet?
Yeah, I do. And I will be enjoying it when it happens.
I feel like there's so much to do before spring break, and it's almost not enjoyable. Like, you're looking forward to like spring break, but there's just so much to do. I've been so busy this whole week.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah,
I'm just worried it's going to start storming again. It was storming earlier, so if by chance you guys do lose me, or if it starts lightning and I have to turn off my computer, that would be why. But it seems to be okay now, so hopefully it is. All right. Well, so this episode is called The North Star. Let me get my pictures out here. Now, for anybody who, since this is our first of the Daredevil shows, I will say, I know, Scarlet, you don't watch much Marvel. I'm somewhere in the middle. I have watched S.H.I.E.L.D. and I'm getting caught up on things, but I'm not like super knowledgeable, especially in the comics. How much do you know Marvel, Jenn? Because I know you know a lot more than I do, at least.
So I know a lot and I've watched a lot, but I always get things confused. My husband, though, is a huge, like, Marvel, DC, knows all of it, read all the comics, has gone to every Comic-Con in New York City since their first one when he was 15. So he knows it all. Him and his friends talk about it. The collection he's got is crazy. So I always reference to him, and he watches. So, and I know a lot, especially being married to him, but I've always loved it and been so intrigued. And I myself knew about this in comics when I was little as well. So I do know a lot, but again, I have forgotten a lot. So
that's okay.
Like
you read the comics too, then, not just the okay, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah,
I've seen comics, most of the movies. You have, Scarlet? I didn't realize that. That's cool.
Oh yeah, I was gonna talk, and then all of a sudden you asked Jen, so I was gonna.
Sorry.
I
know you hadn't watched the stuff,
okay.
so I assumed you hadn't read them. Go ahead, Scarlet.
No, I mean, Legion is not.
Well, yes, Legion. Legion is
Agatha alone is not. WandaVision is not.
Okay, so you've read some, but I think I just figured you hadn't watched.
No, I mean, I've read some of the comics, like some of the Marvel comics, but like 10 years ago.
Okay, fair.
So I remember little bits and pieces.
All right, but you're not as caught up on the MCU. I have watched, I think, all the movies at this point, but not in order, and a lot of them were a long time ago. I just started getting into it recently, which is why I've started going back to them. And that's because of S.H.I.E.L.D., because I fell in love with S.H.I.E.L.D. But
such a good show.
It is.
I've also seen the first season of Jessica Jones.
Oh, amazing.
Jessica. Did you watch the first of Born Again, Daredevil, Scarlet? You watched at least that, or no?
Well, I was having troubles, Jamie. Like
right.
I like Moorhead and Benson, you know, as you do. Like I like the Endless and stuff, but I only saw like about 20 minutes of each of those because I'm gonna put the app up eventually on my laptop here, but you know, my other link I had wasn't so good.
Okay, well that's my fault. I never followed up with you. It's like I said, it's been a long week, but maybe we'll watch.
But when I saw those 20 minutes, yes, it was violent, but I also saw little like bits and pieces of Moorhead and Benson throughout. You know, like their style, their particular style.
Okay. Well, if you have any questions, ask Jen. That's funny.
And Scarlet,
I've watched all of them.
I don't think it was hard because it's one of these shows where they explain the plot to you 2 or 3 times, so I'm good.
They did at the premiere. They explained a lot of it, but this show does have a lot going on. And the other thing is, which some of I won't remember. I know that Daredevil has crossed over in like almost every series of all the new ones.
Like Hawkeye. Wasn't like Hawkeye and Loki.
Hawkeye, Echo. I think he was in Echo. Yeah, he was in Echo.
And all the Defenders, the whole Defender series, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage.
She-Hulk. So yeah, he's been in all of them.
I don't know how you guys feel, but did you guys watch the Netflix version of Daredevil first?
I did not. I watched it after, and I still have, I think, like part of a season left because I watched the first season of this new show, and then I watched S.H.I.E.L.D., and then I decided to go back and I watched the first 2 of Daredevil and Jessica Jones, and then I got to Luke Cage. And then I couldn't get into Luke Cage. And then honestly, with everything going on, I just never got back to it. So I need to finish the 3rd season of Daredevil at least. But I have seen the rest of it, and I have seen this series at least. So I'm pretty good on this show, but not as good as I'd like to be. Let's put it that way.
Go ahead.
Then you might go, does the movie with Ben Affleck, does that count?
Oh, no. The one with Ben Affleck as Daredevil and Jennifer Gardner was like Electro, and then there was a spin-off with it.
That doesn't count.
No, not really. And it wasn't done. I'll be quiet.
The only thing good about that movie is Jason.
Does your husband not count them? That's what you're saying.
Not as canon.
No, it's not.
They were push these underneath the carpet.
Yeah, that's all I'll say. No, I did like was out, but I wasn't a huge Marvel person, so
I think for a while a lot of people that knew a lot of the source material when it came to comic books, even for The Walking Dead and a lot of the Marvel stuff, for like a good 15 years, a lot of people wanted to take like creativity rights and like change things around and add their own twist, and they really disappointed a lot of fans. So a lot of the stuff that we've seen in the last like 15 years may or may not really count because of that. And I mean, it was great that people got creativity out, but it just, I guess a lot of fans didn't think it was always done well. So now that we have some directors that are kind of, at that Gen X that really grew up with all this stuff, that are like trying to realign things and work things and add in what we know now, especially like AI and other things, I think this now can be appreciated by like people that really do know the comics. So if you watch like the Netflix, like I did, and then this really isn't like season 1, Reborn, and now we're in season 2. To me, it's like season 4 and 5. It's really continuation. And that's really rare for like a show to, continue from one, what do you call it? Like one network to another and really do well and flourish and get picked back up. So I love what they're doing and how they're doing it and how it's all connected. And you see these different characters, and, they kind of hinted that Jessica Jones is going to probably show up in this season. So I'm really loving it, and it's staying aligned. I think it makes sense. I think it'll bring in the new generation that didn't grow up 60 years ago reading comic books, that probably won't read because they're always in front of a screen. So I really appreciate the alignment. And there is still room for that, creative freedom for like scenes that the comics didn't, have, or for time jumps. And I think that people understand that that's where they can take, and add their little twist, and even in some other lines. But I like it like that. It makes sense.
I was going to say, it does feel like the same series. I mean, obviously I watched it after, so it didn't matter. You can understand it, and Scarlet will be fine. But it feels like the same show. It really does. So if you haven't seen the original series, not movie series, it's on Netflix. It is worth going back. And it also gives context, obviously, to the whole Foggy thing. Because I saw that after and I already knew it, I'm like, damn, like it didn't affect me the first time. And then once I got to know him, I'm like, shit, why'd they kill him? Don't like this.
Yeah, it didn't affect me much either, because I was like, who's this guy? Oh, he's dead.
Yeah, you have no clue.
It really explains like the way season 1 opened up with like Fist like not really being like the kingpin and him having this, you didn't know if he was like faking it or not. If you didn't watch the Netflix version, the Netflix first series into it, or the first seasons, it kind of, and that like Kingpin is the bad guy who's Fist, it made like kind of no sense. So coming into season 2, I think anybody can pick up on, but season 1, if you watch like the first episode, I could see where it would turn people off or confuse them if they didn't realize it was a continuation from the Netflix Marvel Daredevil that came out a couple years ago.
Yeah, I was okay, but I also had AJ, so I had AJ to help me along there. So,
and he knows the comics, like the source material as well, right? Yeah.
But he had seen all the Defender series and all that. So, but yeah, he knows Marvel, and like a lot of the stuff I do. But I'm getting there. I'm slowly catching up. But I love, one of the things I love, and I know, SHIELD isn't even necessarily considered by some people. We'll say by some people, because I think it isn't considered MCU. Regardless, I love how so many different things from the different, I don't want to say franchises, because obviously the MCU is a franchise, but the different ones within the MCU, I love how there's so many crossover elements, and that if you do watch the other ones, there's like little, so many little Easter eggs and things like, Roxxon and everything else. Like there's just lots of things, that kind of cross over and everything. And yeah, it's cool. I know what else I was going to say. I need to go. I have an interview with the guy who plays Jock Duquesne, however you say it, swordsman. I need to clip the Marvel question. I had asked him about Daredevil, but it was before this season, but I never like clipped it into a short, because I just recently figured out this whole short thing as I suck it in script. But I need to clip it off, because I did ask him about the upcoming season. Not that he could spoil, but I did ask him about it. So
I love the swordsman, and I love that like it's a little bit different with him than in the comic books, and I really like what they're doing with him and Heather.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about Heather. I like what they're doing with him. Heather, I'm kind of mad at.
Well, I guess I like that scene, and we'll talk about it when we get to it. But yeah, that's what I meant. Like I liked their interaction and her calling him out like that, and whatever.
Well, yeah, I get that. But for anybody who doesn't know, if you do want to watch any of our interviews, they're all under the video tab. I'm in the process of rearranging all the playlists to make it a bit easier, but all the videos are there, including Clark Gregg, which I wish I could get him on the show. That would be cool. Yeah, that's not going to happen, but that would be cool. But at least
Don't
I got
doubt
to talk
yourself. Manifest that. You can do it.
to him. Yeah, something. All right. Well, let's start with the episode, or we're going to be here a while. So, the first thing I want to talk about is how this anti-vigilante task force, this is on BB's news report, how they have you guys cannot see my arrow. I don't know why sometimes you can see the arrow. Oh, no, yes, you can. I couldn't see it at first. How they have
Punisher thing?
Yeah, the Punisher logo.
Yeah.
Scarlet, I know you obviously didn't see the other seasons to know everything, but the Punisher.
I know what the Punisher is.
No, but
I had a friend in high school who's big into the Punisher.
But in season 1, they made it so it looked like the Punisher killed White Tiger, right? And we find out later that it really isn't him. This is Task Force. So the fact that they're still using it after everything, is that what you're going to bring up, Jamie? That the fact that
I was more just saying first that the Punisher is in this series and he's got his own series coming up or no movie coming up. Whatever. And I think might be in this one again. I'm not sure, but yeah, you're right. There was the whole thing last season with the vigilante White Tiger got killed, and they tried to blame him originally, and that this task force, all these ones that are against the vigilantes, not that Daredevil technically is a vigilante, but the ones that are against them, that they all are inspired by Punisher, but obviously he was going after bad people at least, so they're using that.
Don't you find that so hypocritical? Because the Punisher is a vigilante and they wear him, but they're an anti-vigilante task force. I'm like, wow. He
doesn't wear masks. They said masked vigilantes technically, and he doesn't wear masks.
Unmasked vigilante.
Oh, the semantics. The semantics.
I know. No, I'm just saying. But anyway, yeah, that's why they have that logo. And for anybody who did not see the last season, BB is the niece of, I don't know the guy's name offhand. I don't even have my cast list up. What do you remember her uncle's name?
It starts with a B as well. Hold on, I can't think of it right now. Look it up.
I have it. Anyway, her uncle that I'm not that his name is eluding me right now. He was a journalist that saved Karen's life and ended up getting killed. Ben Urich.
Ben Urich. Yep, Ben Urich.
Yeah, I said Ben, but you didn't hear me.
Sorry, Scarlet.
That's fine. No guilty.
It's hard. This is why I wish. I mean, I know you don't like to, but sometimes to me, like, it's hard when you're not on camera because I can't see your mouth moving to know you're trying to talk or you go.
Well, maybe you can make my mouth move on my graphic.
I'm not that. I'm not that up on it yet. I at least got a moving Daredevil. Wrong color costume. It's the old costume, but at least got something for today. He's like, nope. He's like, nope, you're full of shit. Nope.
I actually love that he's got the new costume. What do you guys think about that?
I miss the red. I actually like the red better, but again, I'm not a comic person, so yeah. What do you think?
I hate the color red, so I love that he went back to that black one. Plus, I think it just blends better at night. You don't need to have it red.
Fair. That's fair. What do you
think?
Did
he just spray paint the old one?
No, I think the guy made him a new one. I'm guessing.
Oh, okay. Because I thought there was bits of red showing through it.
There is a little bit. There is.
Yeah, it's like I think red underneath part of it.
Did he get his horn back? I didn't notice. Now that I think about it.
Yeah, he's got his. I'm pretty sure
he's got both horns, right? Because remember, it was off from season 1. He put both horns back on, right?
Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure he put both back on. I
forgot to look for that. I meant to, and I forgot to.
I think that's. Karen's like, I didn't even notice the show's so dark, always in shadow. I can barely. Well, that's why the red helps a little bit. Hey, yes. Look, it's supposed to be dark. He can't see. You shouldn't see. And I'm being sarcastic.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter.
He doesn't need to see. He's blind.
All right. Well, at any rate, my point is that BB is the niece of Ben, was what I was getting at. And that's she's obviously a reporter too. Okay, so we start out with the ship, the North Star, which is transporting weapons. And
by the way, I was going to say I like those little film insert things. Before you're done.
No, go ahead. What about them?
No, I was just going to say I like them. I thought they were really interesting. Especially the one that kind of looks like Anonymous V's for Vendetta kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. That is cool. Whoops, somebody's beeping me. So
I was also gonna say it makes it feel a little icy, if you know what I mean, like ice.
yes,
Like,
yes.
I'm sorry, cold, like a blizzard, like icy.
No, they are really doing that a lot this season. Not that they didn't last year, but more so this season.
Yeah, I know it's in the comic books, but it seems very topical.
It is very topical. You're correct. So the ship has weapons on it, and he is trying to not only get the weapons back, but also make sure people know Fisk is the one who is responsible. And I took way more pictures than we needed. So he goes down and he starts beating the people up, as he does. And then the captain and the first mate, well, actually, I think it's the captain that says that they have to sink the ship. They've been told if anybody got on board that they had to take care of it, and they know they'll kill them if they don't, although they're going to kill them anyway. So they were probably, because the one guy's like, "There's our men are down there." Yeah, you really wouldn't have made a difference. They're going to kill you either way. So yeah, but we get a fight scene right off the bat, and there's a lot of like really great choreography in this. I just want to say I do appreciate, and I wish other shows listened to this, that these shows came out like a year apart, even with lots of effects and choreography. Just saying, they can do it.
I have to agree, absolutely. And this fight scene was really sick. All of them in this, they've been doing so well with it, and they pump it out.
Yeah, they do. They do. But he does find the weapons. Unfortunately, he does not get a chance to do anything with them because they're going to sink the ship. So what he does, I think I have a picture of it maybe somewhere. I have too many. Nope, not yet. He puts, I thought I had a picture of it, but he takes the watch off of one of the bad guys that's down there. And he puts it inside the weapons case so he can go find it later and track the sound, I guess, was the point of that.
Yep.
Hey, Trey, welcome.
Hey, Tres.
All right. So, yeah, it's going to sink and he has to get up. And, I hadn't thought about it, but I guess it's harder for him to see. I'm going to say see in quotation marks underwater because sound doesn't move the same way, which I had not really thought about.
I thought you were going to say that boat couldn't sink in that canal.
Well, no, the boat probably couldn't sink there either, but
a little bit too
that part's probably not. Yeah, it looks like it's not that deep. B says, I hate when a show is dark like that. I like to see things. Yeah, a lot of these shows are really dark. I find myself sometimes turning off some of the the HDR or whatever sometimes.
Yeah. It's better on a television if you have a big television. Because if I watch it on like the iPad, it's like a lot darker.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. All right.
I lighten it on my TV. I like change the brightness and I mess with like all the picture stuff. Yeah.
I've done that a lot. All right. So he comes up through Josie's. Man, I just got my tooth fixed and I've had a toothache since they screwed with it. And I swear it's worse. So if I keep like messing with my face, that's why it was bruised after I came home the other day. But now it's just
sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
It's hurting because I'm like, why is it hurting so bad? I think a lot of times my sinuses just like they make my my migraines worse. I think they make the teeth worse with the pressure doesn't help.
Put a tea bag in your mouth, like a regular tea bag. It's got like natural numbing properties to numb. You have the little string hanging out, but a tea bag if you can it.
Yeah, I have lots of different numbing things that I can try too because I get a lot of ulcers, but not usually toothaches. So we'll have to see. But anyway, if I'm like going and making weird faces, that's why. It's like irritating right now. So anyway, he goes in through Josie's. I guess he's living there now. I was a little confused, but I remember now he had lost his apartment when he died or whatever. Although that was, I think, that might have been in there. See, my timeline in my head is so mixed up because like I said, I watched season 1 of this and then I went back and watched the original series. So it's really mixed up. I remember at one point he lost his apartment when they thought he was dead, but I think that might have been in the other series. So I don't know. He's not in his expensive New York apartment right now, apparently, was what I was getting at. He's, I guess, living above or whatever Josie's.
Yeah, he lost it like in the last season. He was trying to get a loan and he put like everything into the business when he went with Kirsten. And then when he had to go, when everything happened and he got shot, he lost everything. Remember, he took the bullet for Fisk. So he was already losing everything.
Okay, that was the series. I was thinking that was the other one. Yeah. Why didn't he just let him die? Why do they have to?
I said, I'm like, why would you save this son of a?
Let him die, dude. Just let him die.
He wasn't even really back with Heather. I don't know why he did that. Even like the Punisher like commented like, what the hell is wrong with you for doing that? The only thing I can think of is because of Heather that he did that, but that was the wrong call. And he's definitely paying for that wrong call this season with Heather.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, look, if he had maybe saved Fisk's wife before he knew everything that was going on, I could have made that.
Not even. She's the one that put the hit on Foggy. I don't even think so. Let that bitch die too.
No, before he knew that. I know he knew that in that scene, but I mean before that, like I could understand if he had, but once he knew that, yeah, then there was kind of like, why would you do that?
Yeah.
So all right. So they are, I don't know if this is where they're practicing fighting or not yet, but he comes to see Karen and I got a picture here. They are back together.
Did you suspect that?
No, I did not. I knew she, had been back or whatever, but I did not expect them to be together that quick. And we didn't get to see that part. I mean, I don't know that it really bothers me, but I'm guessing there's probably some people that pissed off that they didn't get to see them get back together. I don't know. Did that bother you?
I wanted to see it happen.
Some dates, perhaps.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't have minded seeing it, but it didn't really bother me.
Especially after at the end of season one, like the comments back and forth with her and Frank. I know where Frank is now at the end of season one, he's captured and he's down with, in the Kingpin in Penn or whatever. But I wanted to see her get back with him and they didn't show it. I'm glad that they're back together. I suspected that, but it was upsetting that they cut that whole part out, huge time jump.
Mm-hmm. Did you not see the post-credit scene of the finale though?
Maybe. Well, yes. Okay. But yeah, that's right. He did escape. I almost forgot that actually. But I guess I just wanted to still see it and then see how Frank would react because he's in love with her too.
Oh, you think? Okay, I don't know that I thought that, but that's interesting too.
Oh yeah, Frank has a thing for her, in my opinion. I think that Frank has a thing for her.
I really thought about it.
And the way he made a comment, and the way I interpreted her reaction to his comment was that she knew he had a thing, and she was like, "Whatever, fuck off," kind of a thing. But she also said it in a way that's I don't know. She definitely told him to kind of fuck off, but she definitely entertained it at the same time. So I was glad that they're back together. I'll just put it that way.
Yeah, no, I'm glad they're back together. I didn't really feel, I mean, like I said, I would have liked to have seen it, I guess, but it didn't bother me that we didn't. It wasn't really something that was necessarily missing. I feel like maybe if it had been closer to the last time I watched it, maybe I would have cared a little bit more, but I feel like it's been a while since I've seen it. So I'm not as, I guess, into their ship right now that I hadn't really thought about it.
Doesn't like romance.
No, I'm usually like the ship, and I like the ship. I just don't All right, so on the bridge we have Fisk coming out here, and he is pissed. His ship has been sunk, and he wants his stuff back, and he is going to blame it on Daredevil by saying it was a vigilante terrorist attack.
Masked.
Yeah, masked vigilante terror. The one thing I guess it's because I just don't love kind of all the political stuff, but I just am surprised people will so quickly be like, oh yeah, it was him, when everybody seemed to be, if I remember rightly, they were on Daredevil's side. He had been in the news for, I think, hadn't he, for saving people at one point? And everybody just follows whoever really quick. And that part irritates me a little bit, that people would think he suddenly did that. But I mean, I get it. They have to have some kind of conflict.
Well, the whole conformity thing of people just following what this guy says because he fixed a few problems. Now they take his word and for like his character, but they also know that he used to be Kingpin. So to see them like completely accept him like he's this completely changed man is kind of crazy, because they don't always give that, like the public doesn't always give that to people, but here you see them completely conforming. And I hated the fact that he said the word terrorist. I'm like, I cannot believe that that's the word that they chose, because I felt that that definitely like heightened the tension and the escalation of what's going on. And I know we saw that he declared martial law, which is that can't be done by a mayor. That has to be done by the government. But still, it just shows the intensity. The fact that he said martial law and then terrorist. I didn't really like that in the time that we're in right now. And I was like, it's just, it was crazy. And then we went from like vigilante task force to suddenly they're terrorist. So I just thought that was like this huge escalation. And it almost shows like his aggression to going back to the character that he was, despite we saw that it really builds right in season 1. He didn't come out, and in season 1 of Reborn, he really wasn't the Kingpin again. He was really toying with it, and then you saw it like slowly come out. Here you see like full on throttle, like he's like all in it, like head on, no holds bar. And you just like really noticed it with some of the words and the way he kind of is just carrying himself and speaking now. Definitely different than the beginning of season 1.
Well, you know what I wonder too, if maybe by saying terrorist, that's helping him to be allowed to, jail these people without
use force,
and continue martial law with that 8 with you. Absolutely, definitely part of the agenda.
But I agree with what you're saying. It wouldn't be up to the mayor, just like he couldn't in real life like disappear the people and not let them have a trial like he's doing. Like it isn't a black ops site, but they're acting like it is. But I mean, look, it's a TV show. It's Marvel. It's as I always say, you don't necessarily watch Marvel for the detailed story that makes perfect sense. So
no, but it kind of related to things that are happening now, which was kind of freaky. That's the part. I was like, God, those are the words they chose. Like, do you remember the first time in this country we used the word terrorism, like after 9/11? Like it hit so hard. So.
Yes, Karen says like how our own government refers to protesters as domestic terrorists.
Exactly.
I mean, that's why I said I think they're choosing those words and that on purpose for that, whole reason. I don't know. To me, it's kind of like a TV show's escapism. So I don't really need to be thinking about everything else going on, but it's paralleling, I guess, is my way of putting it. But
paralleling. I love that word. Paralleling.
Well, the showrunner said it wasn't political, but yet. So I'm gonna say, but yet.
but yet being the big thing.
Let the word stand for itself.
Yes, exactly. The other thing that's the big deal that if you haven't seen the other season, you wouldn't know is that part of the issue is the whole port Red Hook. I think it's Red Hook.
Yep.
So the whole big thing is about the port, because the port is a free port and they're using it to smuggle these guns and everything, and that is why they had the guns going through there. And we'll get to who that is that's transporting them a little later. But right now he's just telling them to there's James Gandolfini's son that I never remember his name, Daniel, I think. So he's telling them to go find the captain and the first mate, because he doesn't want them shooting their mouths off. He's going to kill them. But we already knew he'd kill them. I mean, that's nothing new. He's full in. He's got his white coat now. He's completely
he's full throttle, man. Completely in.
Yeah. I was going to say, I do like the use of the red, white, and blue in the show.
Yes.
Yeah, they do have a lot of that.
Fun fact, Red Hook is like 20 minutes from me. I live in Poughkeepsie, so it's like right down the road. I've been up to Red Hook many times. So now I want to go up there and like see where they film, see if it's anything like where they are and see what's up there.
Yeah, I think they do film it in New York, don't they? I'm not 100% sure, but I think they really film it in New York, but maybe I'm wrong.
I thought they had one of those I Love New York things at the end, like New York and Canada and something in Norway.
Well, then they at least film.
At the end of the credits, I know you don't watch the credits, but in the credits they'll have all the call places.
I gotta look that up and definitely check.
I'm sure they do then. All right, so we got this new guy who's there at the near the Capitol. His name is Mr. Charles, and I guess he's actually from the comics, which I didn't know. I was watching some stuff on Daredevil, trying to understand some of what I didn't know, but he's from the comics, and he is talking to someone on the phone who we find out later is, I'm looking for her name. I have her name written down here somewhere. And now I'll probably never find it. Julia Louis-Dreyfus is character.
Valentina?
Valentina, yeah. So yeah, he's talking on the phone to her, and we find out more about her being involved as the episode goes on. And we last saw her, at least I think it was the last time, in Thunderbolts, and kind of what she's been up to. Yes, it's Matthew Lillard. You are right.
Yes, I love him. I love him. I think he's such a great actor.
Yeah, he was in Twin Peaks: The Return as well. So
yes,
pick some interesting roles.
He was just on Cross not that long ago. That's what I had been seeing him on not that long ago. But yeah, he's talking to her, and she's telling him what to do. So he's in the government. So yeah, then we get more BB report. They're talking about the crash, obviously, and differing, sides of it and what they think. And then more of Matt and Karen, who I think this is where they're practicing, maybe, or fighting. But I was trying to go back, finding my recap where I was at. They got the manifest for the ship. So they have the information about who was the captain and everything. They're Cypriot nationals. So they're going to try to find them and protect them, is, I guess, the point of that. And they do kiss again, but also I thought this was a little dumb that they showed that. I mean, I guess it was to show she's using wigs, but like,
oh yes, the wig collection.
But was like, why did we need to be told that ahead of time? That was, I don't know.
Because of the end, like the scene when she's walking in the park talking to what's her name, to BB.
Yeah, but I guess my point is I didn't need to see an empty mannequin head to know she had a wig on.
Oh, that's true too. I get what you mean by that. I guess they really are dumbing down some of the plot lines so that everybody really gets it, maybe. Because that is a little redundant in my opinion, because you get it, but some people don't catch on. They're not like deep divers like us, so they might not have caught on. But yeah, I see exactly what you mean. Like, it's kind of redundant, but I think it's for like the younger audience that doesn't pay attention for more than 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Well, it's a nice aesthetic shot. It's a good aesthetic choice.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, it breaks up all the orange in this room.
Yeah.
And even the shadow, the silhouette.
Orange.
Yeah, that was cool. But I was going to say, it was also cool that they went like right into his bald head,
Yeah.
I know that was kind of funny. Yeah.
That's why Moorhead and Benson are geniuses.
Yeah. All right. So we meet
movie match.
We meet these two guys. I think that the captions were wrong. I had intended to look up the guy's name, and I didn't get to, but no, the wrong one. This guy who is Mr. Gomez, and then the Attorney General, which is this guy. I think his name is Rudd or Rude. It was, like I said, the captions it looked like it was Steve Rudd, but like it was ran together, so it was hard to tell. But he's the Attorney General. And they are there to tell Fisk that they don't agree with the mandatory life sentences for vigilantism, and that none of this should have happened without the governor's approval. And they're pissed at him. But he just is like, oh, we'll bring the culprit to justice right away. And he pretty much, hey, Kimberly, he pretty much ignores what they say. And there's Buck there. But before they can really do anything other than just act mad, this is where, and there's Sheila, this is where Mr. Charles comes in, and Sheila's like, I don't know who the fuck you are. What are you doing here? You're right. A mayor can't do that, which is pretty much what they're saying. You don't have the authority to do that. Right.
Exactly.
But he comes in, and he's like, not so nice to Sheila. And he's like, oh yeah, I'm here on purpose. And he's like, going to tell them that they're going to listen, because they get, or not they, the Attorney General gets a call from, as you said, Valentina De Fontaine. Yeah. saying that, I mean, you can't hear her, but he says her name, saying that they're going to listen to him. And she's what? Is she CIA or what exactly is she? I'm not sure what branch of government she's with. That was my question.
Whom?
Valentina, Mr. DeFontaine.
She.
I don't know what. I just wondered what branch. I mean, she's government.
Isn't she like a congresswoman?
Is she a congresswoman? Okay, I wasn't sure. I think
she's a congresswoman or a senator. She's one of the two.
Okay, I was thinking
she holds a position in Congress. I'm not sure if she's a senator. I can't remember if she's a senator or a congresswoman.
Okay, I'm not sure why I thought she was thinking she was CIA, but either way, she's yeah. So I guess apparently it sounds like that she's maybe the one that was shipping the weapons. It's not. I don't know. It wasn't clear if she was doing that or. I mean, I think she's obviously letting this happen. Yeah. See, the head of the CIA. See, that's what I thought. I thought she had something in the CIA.
And then I guess I think she's gathering. I'm sorry, maybe because I know too much. Maybe I shouldn't. At this point, she probably is the head of the CIA. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
I apologize. Oh my God, stream. I am so sorry. At this point, she's the CIA. And she's mounting money for a campaign.
I was going to say, I was seeing, I hadn't actually seen the preview yet, but the Spider-Man New Day thing is implying that already. So if you've seen the preview, you probably already know that. So that's okay.
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
People read the comic books. If they don't, I mean, it's kind of hard not to sometimes.
I thought I was going to slip up and tell how somebody dies or something, like what?
Yeah, don't do that.
No.
That would be bad.
I guess I kind of leaked where it's going, but right now, currently, she's the head of the CIA announcing money for a campaign.
Karen says she was director of S.H.I.E.L.D. She was the director of S.H.I.E.L.D. for a while. I mean, obviously, Coulson was right after Nick Fury, but I didn't know she became S.H.I.E.L.D. director after. But then again, I don't remember a lot of the movies, so.
I didn't remember that either. Thank you, Karen. And like I said, I confuse things or forget things all the time. There's just too much going on in my life to remember all the Marvel stuff. My
memory is worse than yours, so. Maybe that's comic Valentina. Karen says, yeah, I don't know. I only know the stuff that's S.H.I.E.L.D. from the series. And I know, when Coulson was and when Coulson wasn't. And that's about the extent of what I know about it. Yes, it's Julia Louis-Dreyfus's character, Kimberly. You're right, it is. That's what we were talking about. And she's, that's the thing too, is if she's okay with all the gun running and is she okay with the gun running or just okay with they say they're okay with everything, but I'm wondering if she's just more okay with the vigilante thing, because right now she's backing the new Avengers. That's what confuses me. Like, I don't know if she's bad or good, or if you're not supposed to know and she's somewhere in between, I guess.
You're not really supposed to know right now. Yeah, all you know is that she is greedy and she's trying to mount money so that she can get power, so that she can make a move, because she knows things are not stable and she'd rather have a say and have money to back it in order to direct where things go in this world.
All right, that's fair. Kimberly says she thinks that she's just afraid of Fisk. And she works for the New York government. I don't know. She's been shady from the beginning.
Right.
So I'm not sure. But she says she wasn't CIA, but Matthew Lillard's CIA. Okay. Right. Well, Matthew Lillard seems to be CIA.
Yes.
But I didn't know. Yeah. I don't know. At any rate, she's shady. So we don't know what she's okay with, not okay with, likes, doesn't like. Either way, she's saying it's okay. Whether she's saying it because she's scared, I don't know. But she's saying it's okay. And then we see that Karen is wanted for helping Daredevil. And we see her in this
that's the wigs.
The wigs. I don't know what it is, 7-Eleven, whatever type, like, little convenience store it is. She's in
a wig.
And she's in
a wig.
In a wig. Okay. So then we go to the Jack Duquesne story part here, which they've brought him out into this interrogation room that looks more like a cell block. Like I had said last
garage.
Yeah, it does kind of look like a garage. But what is up with the vice that's on the table? Like, he even looks at it really weird. Like, what the fuck is that there for?
Seriously, that vice was scary, and I was like, "What the fuck kind of torture? Where are?" And then he said, "I was like, where are they?" And as soon as I said that, he's like, "Where am I?" Creepy as fucking shit. Like, that's not a regular CIA place if it's got a vice on the freaking
Well, they're clearly trying to scare him. And I mean, she's basically, that's why I said they act like it's a black site, because she says to him, you know, you have to do what I say. Because he says that he wants a psychiatrist that's been, agreed upon between the defense and the prosecutor. He knows the law. And she's like, it doesn't matter. She's like basically saying we can disappear you and make you never even get to trial if we want to, which again, in real life, you can't do. Well,
in real life, when Homeland Security first came on and they were, right after 9/11, that's exactly what they did.
Yeah,
and when they labeled people as terrorists, that's how they lost all their due process rights. So that's exactly what they're showing is exactly what happened after 9/11.
Yeah, and I think that might be why he was saying terrorism too.
Right.
Part of that. He's trying to push that narrative. But either way, she's trying to scare him. He's not scared easily though. He's just Jack. He's like, yo, he's no. He's not deterred, but he does finally answer her questions. She's giving him a true or false psych eval, and he's answering everything like he's not insane, because he's not. But she later changes it, so it really doesn't matter what he said, which is why I was really pissed at her and disappointed. I do remember now, going back after I watched the recap, that she is kind of against vigilantes, even though Daredevil saved her. She still thinks he's like everybody else because she's still freaking out over Muse, who tried to kill her last season, and she's like got PTSD from it. That's why she keeps seeing these ways. I gotta picture the reflection.
That crazy looking thing, yeah.
She keeps seeing Muse. Muse keeps like haunting her. I hated that in season 1. I was so angry when he was like Daredevil, like Matt comes in to like check on her because obviously it's his girlfriend and they're in the hospital, and he's like, well, Daredevil saved you, and she's like, he said my name. And right as soon as she said that, like her whole attitude towards vigilantes and everything really, really shifted. And that's when she was like, I saved myself. When she said that, I was like, oh, they're fucked. They're fucked. Like that was the peak where like you knew what direction she was going in. She was going to go right towards Fisk, which is where it's going now. Her changing the answer. I don't think she was at the point where she would have done it independently. It was only because she got the phone call too. But what a disappointment. Like there is no turning back from where like the road that she's heading down now. And it was upsetting because that is different from the comics.
Karen says she's the worst. I hate her. I've hated her since last season. Yeah.
Yes.
I didn't hate her at the beginning, but I hated her pretty quickly. But yeah, I'm disappointed in her. Like I didn't think, and I mean, look, we talk a lot of times about, shades of gray and being not really good, not really bad, whatever. And hey, Jack isn't necessarily 100% good guy.
He did say true to you're usually the smartest person in the room.
Yeah, I know. It's like
that was funny.
That's what I was thinking. Yes, he's a nurse, but that doesn't mean he's a sociopath or a psychopath. But yeah, Karen's right. Never let your shrink do your test in pencil. Never let your shrink fill it out.
Yeah, seriously.
Fill it out yourself.
You didn't erase it totally well either. I'm like, that's not like sus, but who cares?
Right?
Good call, Karen.
He could have filled it out himself, would have been better. But to be fair, she could have changed it anyway. So really,
she could have used pen over the pencil.
Well, to be honest, she would have just ripped up the test and then had to fill out all the bubbles again in ink and still would have given him what she did. But at least it would have been more work for her. That shit was easy. She'd easily erase it.
Yeah. They should have them fill it out and have to sign it. Although I have to question if they're like doing that so it goes well in court for them. Like, would he not in court be, if they say anything related to the psych eval, be like, I didn't answer it that way? I mean, I guess they just call him a liar.
Well, I think that's the point, that because they call him a terrorist, he doesn't have any due process rights. And when they show the reason why, they can be like, he's a sociopath and labeled a terrorist. So they don't even have to give him that due process. That they just have it on the paperwork.
But yeah,
absolutely crazy.
Sucks, and I don't like it. But yeah, he's kind of screwed right now. And Matt is, we'll say though, they are the ones that are representing him. They make a point of saying that. So we know he'll probably be okay if Matt's the one representing him. If Matt ever, shows up and isn't like in hiding, that may probably help.
Yeah, we didn't even see if he's practicing law this season. Because he kind of lost his practice. Like, I guess Kristen is waiting for him to come back, but Yeah, I don't know what's going on with his law firm. I kind of couldn't tell if it's his law firm still or if it's hers or what's going on with that.
It's still, I'm assuming his. This is Kirsten McDuffie because she's asking about, she's worried about him. I assume it's still his law firm, but yeah, he's in hiding right now, so he's not there to, take care of it. Hey, Dieter, welcome. So let's see. So then we have Cherry here, who is he's ex-police, but was he chief of police or something? He was higher up. I don't know.
Yeah,
exactly
he was higher up. He was like the captain or the chief. I don't remember which. They're both C words.
Yeah, well, he's retired. He is helping Matt. He's telling her Matt will be fine. And she says something like, "My friend goes missing." She's worried. But he does know Matt's secret as of last season. He knows he's Daredevil. All right, so then we have this guy who is the prosecution, Hochberg. I forget his first name, but his name's
Benjamin Hochberg.
Benjamin Hochberg. Okay. He comes in to talk to her, and he's basically like trying to talk her into doing what he wants. He's like, "Come work for us again. I'll match what they're giving you." And she's basically says, "You're not going to, bully me into that," and tells him to fuck off. Well, she does tell him to fuck off. Not kind of. She does. Because she does say to him that the defense has rock solid evidence. And he says, "Do you think that matters?" And she's like, "What happened to you?" So he must not have originally maybe been a bad guy, but I don't know.
Well, they worked in the same office together at one point. I really love that. Like, it shows like Fisk and Vanessa and him, they've all like crossed over to the dark side, so to speak, because of money. It's all about greed. But she didn't care about money and didn't give a shit. Like, she's willing to stand her ground based on her principles, and she can't be bought. And that's like really one of the themes that you see throughout this entire like storyline of Daredevil. Doesn't matter what season it is, it's really about greed. There's other themes, but going from season 2 or season 1 to 2, the rebirth, like I know it's called Daredevil Reborn, but we also saw like the rebirth of Kingpin.
So you did the same thing I did. I keep doing that. It's born again. It's not reborn. I've been doing the same
born
thing.
Again. I'm sorry.
No, I keep saying the same thing. It's not just you. I don't know what.
But yeah, so you see that with this, and then you see like how that kind of affects other people. Like once he like takes that on, he passes that sin on of greed to like other people and infects them. And she right now, like, I like the symbolism that she can't be bought.
Yeah, I agree. Hey, Dieter, you want to try your emoji? See if it works. I added a couple YouTube emojis too.
Oh,
yay!
I'm curious if he can get it to work. I was messing with him last night. We have him in Discord too. Some stickers there. Karen hates everybody on here, even Matt. I like Matt. Matt and Punisher and Karen, they're good. Otherwise, yeah, everybody's in. But look, I think you're supposed to hate everybody right now. Maybe not Matt, but yeah, you're supposed to dislike the other people.
I even have a like I know why BB's doing what she's doing, like for like survival, but it pisses me off that she has to like fake being like, on Fisk's side and reporting, but she's doing this like underground reporting too and still trying to keep to what she believes in. It's going to get her in trouble because she's definitely like playing both sides. But I hate that. Like you see here, like Kristen has no problem like standing her ground, and she doesn't have to worry about her survival. I mean, I guess ultimately she does, but not directly, where like BB can't. Like that's a direct violation because she's messing around with, what's his face. They asked her.
Karen, they'll come. I mean, they'll come after her too.
Oh yeah, that's true. What's the ass-kisser's name? Daniel, James Gandolfini's son.
Oh, yeah, his name's Daniel. I don't know what his real name is. I want to see if I don't know if the emojis will come on the screen. Nope. They just say Sci-Fi Vision, Raven, and UFO. I wondered. Okay, they don't work on StreamYard. They do work on YouTube though. I can see the little ravens and UFOs. So thank you. At least it worked. Let's see. Karen doesn't like Charlie. See, I like Charlie Cox. I like him. I mean, look, this isn't out of the Marvel shows. I wouldn't say this is my favorite Marvel show. You guys know which one's my favorite Marvel show, but I like it. Yeah, Shield. I like Shield and Doctor Strange. But I mean, I like this. I don't dislike him. But yeah, I want him to be not like hiding, I guess would be nice. Kimberly says she's excited for Jessica Jones to make her return. I think we all
Right?
are.
I am too. That was my favorite season. Like I loved Shields, even though it was different. I really, really loved Jessica Jones. I can't say that enough. And I was so mad that like I need a season 2. Like, where are we with Jessica Jones? For the love of God, the way you rebought. Sorry, what?
No, I was gonna say, haven't they? I thought they announced officially it was coming back too. That's why she's gonna be in here. Am I wrong? I think so.
They did recently because of the way they're doing this, which was epic. But I mean, like, when it wasn't going to be like, that was the best Defenders, in my opinion, out of all the ones they did. Like, I liked Luke Cage, but it was hard to watch the actor that plays Luke Cage after seeing him in Evil, and some other shows. It was hard to see him as Luke Cage. I think he did a great job, but I just had a hang up, I guess, watching him play that. I guess I might have typecasted him in my head. But I thought I didn't think it was bad. But Jessica Jones, in my opinion, deserved another season. I'm glad they're finally doing it, but it's been a minute. You know what I mean? Just like it was for this. So I'm glad that this writer like saw the potential, saw the storyline where it was, and knows that he can work off of that based on the source material and still align everything. So I'm so thrilled that Ritter's, whatever her name is, I know she's
Kristen Ritter. Yeah,
Kristen Ritter. I'm so glad she's coming back. I thought she was. I loved that season. I thought it was like the best out of all of the Defenders. I really, really did. And I'm so glad. I can't wait to see her in the season because I know she's going to be in Daredevil.
I like Luke Cage on her show. I just couldn't get into his show, but I
exactly.
To be fair, I didn't even finish the first episode. I think at the time I just had stuff going on and never got through it. And it probably wasn't the show's fault because I do like him and I like Evil a lot.
I loved Evil and I loved him in her season, but his season was hard to get through. And I was like, why is this so difficult to get through? But I watched it all, but it was difficult to get through. Just like Iron Fist was difficult to finish.
I love Jessica with Luke. I watched Luke Cage before Evil, so I instantly loved him. That's fair. Yeah,
that's good.
I'm gonna have to, try it again. I gotta try it again. That's why I think a lot of people, well, maybe not a lot of people, but at least the fan base, I think is hoping they do the same thing with Shield, and they could. I mean, they could do a new, take another turn with it, like they're doing with Jessica Jones and Daredevil, and that'd be so cool. I mean, it was on for a long time, right? I mean, it was popular, so they could do it. They totally could. And it's on Disney Plus now. So we'll just fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed, everyone.
Yes. All right. Let's see. Back to the photos. I'm losing my thing here. All right. So anyway, she tells him to fuck off. Is the gist of that scene.
Yes.
Yes. And then he goes and talks to Cherry. And I was just going to say, for anybody who did miss my announcement before, next Monday on the 30th at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, we have Axel Whitehead coming from S.H.I.E.L.D. for our Spotlight series on S.H.I.E.L.D. He played Hellfire, JT James. So he's going to be on next week. And then we have James Paxton, who played young John Garrett, is going to be coming maybe the next week. I don't know exactly when, but he's going to be coming soon too. So that's really, really cool. Hey B. Language Captain America's watching. You're funny. Yes, Captain America's watching. Jamie has a potty mouth. She always does. All right. So sorry, I gotta sit up. God, it's getting hot in here. It's freezing in the house, and then I shut my door so I can hear to do this. And I'm like, God, it's hot in here, and I can't turn on the air conditioner, but I'm dying. All right. So he goes to talk to Cherry here, and this is where he tells him about Fisk, and they talk about, exposing him and kind of what is expected. He asks about Kirsten. He says something about not wanting to put her at risk. And he's like, what about me? And he's like, well, you're old. I thought that was great. I love that.
I did too.
Yeah, that was great. But he does say that he's been a target for a while. He's never let him down. So yeah, he depends on him. But they are going to, he gives them the information about the captain and the first mate, as we said before, because they're trying to find them so they can not just protect them, but also get the information out of them because they know about the ship. So they want to get that from them. I also, by the way, I like how that tree's there. I know it isn't like part of the thing and it's just a tree, but it looks cool. I like it.
Excellence in filmmaking.
Yes. All right. And set dressing too. All right. So we have this woman. I don't have her name. I don't know that it really matters, but she is
Greek lady.
Yeah, the Greek lady.
A Greek woman. She is the one who is protecting, trying to protect the captain and the first mate. She was going to smuggle them out of there. But the task force comes and they're like, have you seen them? And there's Pal there. She won't help them. She basically swears at them in Greek or whatever, and won't help.
He calls them the fascists that they are.
Yeah, calls them fascists there, you're right. And then he punches her. He doesn't slap her, he punches
like
her.
a fascist would.
Like a fascist would, yes. And then he sees the one guy, Arciello. I think that's the captain.
The captain.
I think it's the captain. Either way, it's Arcello. I don't know how you say Arcello. Is the one that runs off, and they follow outside and they do arrest him, and he will probably never see the light of day again if he's even alive. So he's done. They can't get to him. Then we have this thing. Now I wanted to talk to you guys about this because I guess the point is sarcasm, but I just don't understand that he would release this, because at first I thought it was supposed to be something that BB was releasing, but clearly it's his voice. So he's making fun of himself, I guess, by saying all the things that Daredevil is saying he did. Therefore, he's saying he didn't and is being sarcastic, and it makes it funny. I thought this was weird. I don't know. What did you guys think about this?
I thought it was propaganda done by BB to almost mock like the anonymous that we have in the real world. Like a lot of anonymous always like threatens them. So that's how I saw it as. So we saw like BB doing the clips for Fisk, and this is like BB's underground way of still being able to rebel and bring out the truth. So this is her propaganda take, and it's, like I said, being used the way we've seen anonymous in our real world. I loved it. I got it right away. I was like, oh my God, it's just like anonymous.
I guess my question is, and I think it's because I'm putting too much into it, is that it's his voice. So it made me, you're right, you can fake voices with AI, Karen.
You can't take clips of audio and make it say what you want it to.
Right.
I know. But I guess my point is, like, because we're diving it, like my immediate thought was like, well, why is it using his voice? Like he approved it. But I guess that's a good point. It
that's
didn't
the point.
It's a point that he approved it.
Because she's trying to use his voice to say the truth of what he really is, even though you hear his voice spewing lies all the time. So I guess that's how I took it as. I don't know about you guys. What do you think?
Oh, I thought it was fun.
Yeah, fun. I just at first thought it was something he put. I was like, at first was like, that doesn't make sense, but that's what I was saying. Like, it's obviously sarcastic, but I wasn't sure if whenever it had his voice, it made me think he would like wanted it out, and I'm like, well, I guess it's sarcastic, but I don't think he would put it out. So.
I don't think he wants it out.
Yeah, it makes more sense. It's from her, but I didn't. I just was like, that's his voice. I'm too used to picking things apart and taking the details there. All right, so then we have Daniel having a party. He lives in this big apartment now because Fisk owns the building. He's talking to BB there, and she's telling him to be careful. He's like, I'm the deputy mayor, and she's like, you need to be careful because if something goes down, he's not going to be the one that gets hurt. You are. So I think she is a little bit trying to help him. She's still using him, but hopefully she doesn't do something stupid trying to help him because he has screwed her over before. So, but she's still trying to get information out of him. So, all right. So then we have Daredevil coming into the restaurant here, Matt. He says Matt, and he is asking about the task force doing that. And he's like, I can help you. I know you're sneaking people out and we're on the same team. And she realizes who he is. And he says that he wants to help that Achilleo and Christofi And she says, if they've already been taken, that it's too late, but he's going to try to help. Daniel is also the worst, but not as bad because he's so dumb. Fair. He is dumb. Yeah, he kind of deserves to be screwed over though, because he has screwed before. Thank you, Doc, or not Doc, Dieter. See, I'm looking at you. Said Doc, Dieter. Thank you, Dieter. Has gifted another membership, and from what I read, it randomly goes to somebody in the chat right now.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. So thank you. You did that the other night. I appreciate it. So now we will have a third member. So thank you. All right. Well, I don't know. Last time though, I didn't see it announced who got it, so I'm not sure how you. when you find out, if you see it, somebody tell me.
Yeah, it should say in the chat, Jamie.
I know, but I think it's because. Oh, okay. Doc got it. Okay.
All right.
I see. You know what it is? It's because it doesn't pop up in StreamYard. It only pops up on YouTube. That's why I missed it. But last time Fletcher got it, and this time it says Doc got it. So very cool.
Congratulations.
At least that's what it says in YouTube. So yeah, congratulations, Doc. Glad we got some more members. And like I said, I'm gonna put out a short announcing some of the From stuff before I announce it to everybody else. Some of that. So that's all good. All right. So back to this. So he's like, I can help them, and she believes him, and she's gonna
that's where she was with the Minotaur. That was my question. I was like, does the Minotaur have anything to do with the Marvel?
Yeah, I was gonna say you could kind of see the painting. I don't think I got a better picture of it though.
Yeah, it's like a Minotaur shadow, and then Zeus and whatever woman he knocked up to make the Minotaur. I can't remember. So many women.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, because if there was a Minotaur, I'd think maybe it had something to do with like mazes or something, but I don't think there's anything like that in this.
Yeah, that's what I was asking, just out of curiosity, because I didn't know.
No, I know. I saw you'd asked that. I've not got a chance to answer. What do you think, Jen? Do you know anything that it could be referring to, or do you think it's just a painting? Jen has left the building.
Uh-oh, Jen.
Actually, it's put.
She knows too much.
No, I just realized it's put your icon. I didn't realize that was your icon, the crow. It moved you into hers. Yes. So, yeah, when she comes back, I'll have to.
I might have to move around. That's fine.
Yeah, she'll be back. That's okay. So
they
yeah,
they disappeared her.
I really don't know, unless it's just because like of myths and stuff. I'm not sure what.
Well, that's the question I had about the ring too, because Matthew Lillard's character, I don't
know.
His
the ring.
Yeah, he keeps showing the ring, but the ring's kind of blurry. Is it like a signet ring that I should know about? Does it have something on it? I was kind of curious because it was really, really in front of the camera, but you couldn't see it.
I tried zooming in. I had forgotten about it, but let me see. I think it's here, isn't it? No, it's not there. It's
when he's sitting on the chair really awkwardly. Maybe it's later, and he's got his hand over the chair. It's like, look at my ring.
Yeah, that's later. I got that coming up.
Okay. I think you see it when you put the cell phone in the glass too.
Okay. Well, I didn't get that one, but I did get later. So we'll
get these good shots.
Yeah. Well, I had forgotten to try to get that. Yeah. I'm going trying to get them done, so I don't always get it.
Yeah, understood. I'm not showing them.
Let's see. I didn't see Thunderbolts, and I'm wondering if there are some references to that movie. Other than Valentina being mentioned, nothing that I can think of. I don't think. Yeah, not that I can think of, but you'd have to. Excuse me. We'll ask Jen. Remind me and ask because she might know more than I would. And I'm assuming you didn't see it, did you, Scarlet?
No, I did not.
Okay. I didn't think you did. That's why
I saw 60 minutes of the first season of this show.
Okay, yeah.
And my knowledge of comic books I read 10 years ago.
Yeah. No, I'll have to help you with that. I thought you'd gotten it fixed. I didn't realize you didn't. That's my fault.
That's my fault because I didn't do it.
Oh, okay. Well, then it's your fault now.
The app, but I had to change over to my laptop, and I had some stuff to do with my laptop before I put the app on. But I did end up watching this episode through alternative means.
It's okay. It's okay.
And it was all there, everyone. It was all there.
Karen says you said you didn't miss much. It wasn't great. I don't know whether you're talking about this series or about Thunderbolts. I liked Thunderbolts, so I'm hoping you're talking about season 1 of this. I liked Thunderbolts. All right. So anyway, we have Powell here torturing.
Yeah, I don't like
actually,
torture scenes.
No, I don't either. This is that
Greek guy.
Archuleta.
Greek guy one.
Anyway,
Or Greek guy
the
two.
Greek guy number one. Greek guy number one. He says he just did what he was told. And was it you that said something about it made you think of
Yeah,
Sarah?
because it reminded me of Sarah for From.
I was going to say, somebody said something about Sarah. I couldn't remember. Yeah,
it was like, I just did what I should. They, you know, what they told me to do, what I should do, because I wanted to go home. And I'm like, oh, poor Sarah.
He did what the voices told him, right?
Yeah. Did what the voices
anyway,
told him.
but Powell starts beating him up, and he does get him to admit that Daredevil was there, which is, I guess, what they wanted. I'm not sure how that really told him anything, but as I said. You can like Thunderbolts and it could still not be a great movie. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, I mean, compared to some of them, it wasn't the best.
Yeah, I felt like they were feeding it. I'm sorry, Jamie.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I thought they were feeding him stuff because he was like, it was like a devil. They're like Daredevil? Say Daredevil. Say Daredevil.
Yeah, they were. That's a good point. They were.
Because what they do usually when they're trying to get information out of somebody. Put words in their mouth.
Let me see something. Hold on. Yeah, that's... okay. So anyway, Buck comes over. I had a picture of here, and he's like telling him, you know, beating him up ain't going to help, which really to torture people. It doesn't usually get what you want. So I'm not sure that it would have, but he says, the guy says he just wants to go home, and he says, I think that could be arranged. And I think we knew he was going to kill him at that point, but he says in Greek, I guess.
Heaven? You mean heaven?
Says, well, his body might be going home. Who knows? But he says,
maybe that's what he meant.
That's what I figured he meant. But he says, pity, none of this is your fault. That I thought was very strange, because I don't know if it was just more sarcasm, or because of the fact he didn't even say English made me think, like, did he mean it? Like, what was the point of that? It doesn't really matter. I just was a little curious.
I mean, maybe he has a little sympathy on the job. I mean, it's a job, and he's got to do it. I mean, he's got a little, you know, sorry, I got to do this, buddy, but a job's a job.
I guess, but he doesn't seem like the guy.
He didn't even give him tea beforehand, which was my problem.
No, he didn't give him the tea. Yeah, he mentioned the tea and then didn't give him the tea.
He did a little Mice and Men thing where he made him look at the river, and then it was like, you know.
Or like, I didn't think about that. When you said that, I was going to say, or look at the flowers like I'm walking down.
Well, it's the same thing. I think they got it from Mice and Men anyway. Look at the flowers.
Well, no, Carol tells the girls to look at they're like young girls, and she tells them to look at the flowers and kills them.
Yeah.
Anyway, he shoots him quickly. Yep. At least that way he wasn't thinking he was going to die. He didn't expect.
At least he wasn't being tortured anymore. Look at the bright side.
Yeah, I guess that is a bright side. You're right.
Oh, yeah.
All right. I wonder if I was going to say to Jen. I was seeing if Jen wrote anything. Maybe she's having issues. I don't know. Might be storming where she's at too. Who knows?
Yeah, she's out, man. She's taken.
Yeah. I'm wondering if I should. I don't know if I can. I was gonna say I'm not sure how to swap it and also move it. Like the only thing I can do is remove it, and then I'll have to make it a new one when she gets here. So we'll just leave it. It's in the wrong spot.
I'll just go out when she comes back in. It reorders it.
No, I can even switch it. It's just I just meant it. I thought about the fact it's still there, but people might when your little thing moves.
Yeah, but look, it's a little, it's a little blackbird. It's a crow, like your crow and ravens.
That's true.
Corvids. Yeah. I'm gonna say corvids forever on.
True. No, I was just meaning I can move it up so at least it's in the right box. Might make a little bit more sense. So that way, at least, because I didn't think about it, but like your voice thing's moving, and like it looks like you're Jenn, which I didn't think of. So there, now it's gonna be on you.
There you go. There you go. There it is.
Your picture, but oh well. I wish you could change, like not just have the little circle, and then it wouldn't be so bad. All right. So anyway, my tooth is getting worse. Okay. So we have okay. So Fisk is talking to his wife, Vanessa, and Mr. Charles. I thought I got there.
There it is. There's the ring. That seems real obvious ring action right there for me.
It does, but you can't really see much of it. But either way, they're having a conversation, and he's like, do I speak in front of her, freely in front of her. And Fisk, that probably pissed him off, you know. But I love Vanessa. She's like, do you try to be abrasive? Like, why not just say, are you trying to be an asshole? Because that's pretty much what she meant. But he's like, I didn't mean to offend you. And he's like, well, you have. Let me add Jenn back. There we go. Now all I got to do is go in and remove Scarlet's again. Oh, crap. That didn't work.
Oh, cool.
Wait, I think it's gonna, yeah, I think you do got to go out and back to fix it.
Okay.
It's okay. You can leave. It's
Bye,
up to
everybody.
you. I was gonna say you can leave the circle there if you want. I don't care. You just can't see your thingy. Oh, there she left already. I was gonna say it wasn't that big of a deal. So anyway, where was I going here? Wait, let me. Oh, you're already in the right one. So I just need to get rid of this one then. There we go. Well, that didn't work. Oh, well, we'll do it that way. Okay. So anyway, they are offended, and he is pissed about what happened, but Fisk says he doesn't appreciate him grandstanding in his office. And he's like, that was intervention. And he says that the people, there we go. Let me ask Scarlet back here. There we go. Now let me. No, now I can delete you. Now I can move her. No, it's good. It's good.
Okay.
I just you had to be number 3 for it to work. That's why it wouldn't.
Yeah. All right.
Seriously?
It looks fine.
No, it did the opposite. I don't know why it did that.
Oh, on mine, I see I'm where I'm at and Jenn's where she is.
I think I think the problem is they're not all 3 there. I don't know what the hell is wrong with it.
You should ask the chat what they see.
Well, I'm putting it back. It's
if it's okay.
I get too picky about this. I honestly don't even know.
It looks fine on my iPad.
Oh, well,
that's why I'm wondering if it looks good on YouTube.
I don't know if it's just not updated. Oh, now,
on the StreamYard, I have your avatar on. Oh, now I'm you.
Yeah, that's what I said. It keeps swapping. It's like not.
No, I have the bird where I'm at, but Jenn's still where she is.
Do you want me to come back out and come back in?
Wait. Let me hold on.
We're professionals here.
Let me save it. It should keep you as 2. Why does it keep doing that? That is so bizarre. I don't know why it keeps doing that, but it's going to piss me off because it's not going to work. And no, it's fine. I think we have to have all 3. I don't know why it does not seem to want to. It does not seem to want to. Oh, that is so fucked up. Why is it switched?
Let me go back out and come back in.
Okay. The thing is it says right now that you're 2. That's what doesn't make sense. I put 2 in your box. So, yeah, you know who they are, Karen, but not everybody does. There, we'll try it, and then we'll
so
try
important,
it.
Karen.
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know why it's being weird. It shouldn't do that, but it's not listening to me. But she'll come in. We'll figure it out. Okay. No. I don't have an answer for that because I think
me to come out and come back in. Let me come out and come back in.
No, wait, let me hold on. If she switched and came out and back in, I don't think it's going to make a difference. I think there's something wrong with it. There, it's good now. It's good now. It's good. It's all good. We just need to quit trying to make Scarlet's picture show up. That's the problem. I keep trying to take hers off. We'll just leave them both. I'm too picky about my overlays, but I like my overlays. Okay. So anyway, as I was saying, he is saying that the people he works for, Mr. Charles is saying that he appreciates being able to use the port. So that's where I was like, the fact that he's saying they're using the port, that's what confused me, because that to me means that Valentina is like in on the gun running, and I am not sure
100%.
why. I guess is the question is why.
She's dirty.
Yeah.
I guess I just didn't think she was that dirty, but yeah, it is what it is. So that's not good. But
I like the dynamics of this scene. It kind of really shows you who has the power. Like you see, like there's a different dynamic and a shift between where like Kingpin and Vanessa are together now versus like where we saw them in season 1, but which is great. But even together, they're still not overpowering Mr. Charles, right? Like he kind of disrespects them, and they kind of let that slide. Kingpin usually won't let that slide. Even Vanessa like looks past it and trying to like they're trying to tolerate each other right now at the dinner table, kind of a thing, and still cozy up to each other, but not really, and still kind of guard themselves. So it kind of really shows the dynamic. Like even though we know Kingpin is in charge, I really think that Mr. Charles in this aspect really shows that who he's working for, which we know is Valentina, is the one that's really starting to gain all the power. And I think it has political strengths.
Yeah, I was going to say either that or maybe he really needs Valentina on his side.
And that as well, because it's definitely a touche. There's nothing that Kingpin's going to get into that's not going to eventually benefit him. Even if right now it doesn't, he's going to hold that. So eventually one day it will pay off. Absolutely.
It's the long con, right?
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, he does say about the ports, and then he says, let's see, when Fisk, there we go. I'll get it right eventually. I keep thinking of Trisk I'm getting mixed up with Ark. When Fisk says that he's taking care of everything and that they're going to get a salvage team, he's like, no. He talks about logistics and he says, bodies are easy. They can just sink them. But he says moving 30 tons of military ordnance across the metro area without people knowing it's not easy. And Fisk says that his men are not easy. Fisk says that his men are loyal, and he goes, okay, so it's not a problem for you killing them, is it? And Fisk doesn't want to kill them. He needs his loyal men. So he's like, well, okay, I can put together some people to move it for you instead that you can kill, is basically what he says.
Right.
These people are international. Nobody will mess them, And she's like, or I don't know if Vanessa says it or Fisk says it, but says that it won't get back to any of them. And he's like, no, it won't. So yeah, they're going to hire somebody to move it instead. So I guess he won't lose his men. Look, I get it. If you're trying to take over the city, you need people to take over. If you keep killing all the loyal people, you're going to kind of screw yourself. He's not wrong there. So, yeah.
Did you see that like as a sign that he still has like a little piece of humanity? Like he's still not back to fully being Kingpin, or did you see that as a strategic move? Like you just said, like it's based on like he just wants to keep people that he knows are loyal.
I don't know. Sometimes I feel like he has a shred of humanity, but at this other times I don't. Right now, I think it's more like he doesn't want to lose his loyal men. I don't know. What did you think about it?
I thought it was kind of both. Like I thought he definitely contemplated, like, I don't want to lose my loyal men, and then it kind of went into the emotional, like, do I really want to kill them anyway? I think he kind of has that a little bit. At least I'm hoping so. According to the comics, he doesn't. He's just like pure bad and evil. So he's definitely like whatever. But the fact that he didn't choose to be like, forget it, I don't care. These men mean nothing to me. The fact that he like held on and like thought about it and hesitated and paused makes me think that there's going to be a definite little bit of a twist so that we can see him have some shred of humanity, some reason why last season, Matt took a bullet for him. There's got to be some reason why they're going to incorporate that. And I definitely liked that. And I thought that they did a good job of showing that even though he's like now united with Vanessa, even still together, they still need Valentina and the CIA, and they're willing to compromise some of the things that they've not tolerated and things that they have tolerated, and it really makes them second guess where they're standing and how they're going to move forward.
Yeah. I'm looking over here because I am starting a poll. I put, was Fisk saving his men strategic or moral? Meaning, was it because he didn't want to kill him, or was it a strategic move? Is what that's supposed to mean. If you're on our YouTube, you can vote. And this time, I will end the poll before we end the show. Last time, I disconnected the show and was like, "Shit, I didn't end the poll. I had forgotten about it. I didn't do it on purpose." So I'm getting better at this kind of stuff. I'm trying to, but it actually. Why is it not showing? It's there, isn't it? It's not.
Oh, showing. I see it. It's on the YouTube.
Okay. I see it. Yeah, it was a pop-up. That's on YouTube. So yeah, if you're on YouTube, please vote and let us know what you think. But yeah, I guess it could be a bit of both. I don't know. Sorry, Scarlet. What did you think? If you said
I was going to say you should put a bit of both on the poll.
I should put a better what?
A bit of both as like a third choice.
Oh, a bit of both.
Or other's always fun.
Yeah, I can't edit it now. Sorry.
Too bad.
Yeah, I should have. You're right. I should have.
That's fine.
Well, it's a yes, no. It's like her psyche eval. There's only true and false. There's not in between.
Right.
I make a choice, Scarlet.
I'll just erase it later.
Yeah. No. Yes. Yeah. Exactly. We'll change it later. It's okay. But either way, he's gonna bring his people in, so he doesn't have to kill them.
And that kind of really shows like the range that Mr. Charles has too, right? Because he's not just relying on Fisk, like willing to sacrifice his people. Like he had an alternative plan. Like he already had strategically figured in that if Fisk said, no, I'm not willing to sacrifice his people, he had a plan B, because no matter what, this was moving forward, because it's definitely a necessity for Valentina. Like she needs this. It's going down no matter what. And no matter what, she's going to make sure Fisk feels comfortable so that they can continue on whatever kind of partnership this is. So it kind of just shows you like when Mr. Charles, like he's so comfortable, like right, throwing himself into the mix. He kind of knows everybody else, even though they do not know him. And he kind of always has everything kind of laid out. Whether you don't see that yet, but he does. He strategically lays everything out and thinks about the alternative possibilities and plans for those. And I really kind of like that dynamic in the way the brain functions that way, to think out of different outcomes and plan for them.
Yeah, he's good at what he does. Kimberly says, I think he only trusts so many people, and it's a loyalty thing. Because she said, which she's right, he killed the people on the ship without Karen. And that's a good point. I had not really thought about, but yeah, he was like, go kill them. So yeah,
but they weren't really his people, right? Like he just hired them out. They weren't really like his people. Like the captain and the first mate kind of are, but the rest of them really aren't his people. So I think when like he's like hand selected and picked them as his people, he sees potential in them, and he doesn't want to waste that.
Well, but he was killing the captain and first mate too, though, without caring.
That's true. He didn't go after them.
Yeah, I think it's
good point, Karen. A good point, Kimberly.
Yeah. All right, so they are done with their conversation there. They're always drinking wine, and they're very I can't think of the right word, but they're very
bougie.
Yeah, bougie. That works. As they're having their murder talks, Okay, and then we have Daniel. I don't know if it's just showing that BB's still helping him out. Like she called the cleaning service. She's like, but wire me $500 or whatever she asked for, I think. So yeah. And then we have this conversation between Karen and BB. And let's see exactly, anybody who is not in his circle or disposable. Very true. Very true. All right. So Karen is talking to her and tells her that her uncle, Ben, used to say that the easiest people to manipulate are the manipulators. So she's saying they're the one that right now they're trying to manipulate Fisk and them, so therefore they can try to hurt them back. Yeah, I mean, I guess sometimes the people that are so busy worrying about screwing everybody else, they're easy to get. So it isn't untrue, but she asks if this is, her giving her a lesson, and she just says no, she doesn't want her to die like him. And then she says that, why did I not think of that? I think BB bugged the place. I think Kimberly probably got it right. I had not thought of that. Very 100%. Good. Yeah, that makes total sense. That makes total sense. And he's dumb. He won't even notice probably. So, yeah, that's probably the case. And I did not think of that, Kimberly. So thank you for that.
Good point, Kimberly. Absolutely. Yeah. She's like living a double life right now, right? She's reporting for him, but also against him. So absolutely.
Yeah. But Karen says she doesn't want her to die and end up like him. And this is where she says that it's a big part of why she's there now. and that she thinks her uncle died in order to save her. And she says there's a lot of dead bodies behind them. And she says maybe the best way to honor them is not to join them. So Karen's learning. I mean, she before was all go, 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 until Ben suffered for it. And I was reading what you guys wrote. I must have missed that before. Sorry. We need a crime fighting trio. Criminal Crimson Justice. Yeah, that's the name of our trio. How's that? That works. I don't know. I was trying to think of a name for the show, and I just came up with something, and I'm like, that kind of works. So, Scarlet Ruby. Yeah, you need a red name. That's a good point. All right. So anyway, she's worried about BB with good reason. I mean, she could get hurt pretty easy. All right. Let's see what the poll says. Let's see. I don't think it tells me how many people, does it? It just says 80% say strategic and 20% say moral. And we will end the poll and let's see. I don't know. Yeah. There it is. Strategic. I don't know if I can put it in the chat. Nope, it doesn't show up in StreamYard.
It shows up in the YouTube chat.
Yeah, it does, just not in here. But 5 people voted. We got 80% strategic, 20% moral. So thanks, guys. Appreciate it. All right. So I lost my pictures now. I got to get them back. Hold on. Okay. So we have Heather again. And this is where Hochberg, I couldn't remember how to pronounce it. Like looking at my notes, I'm like Hochberg, I forgot how to pronounce it. Hochberg is talking about Jack again, Duquesne, and he is like, "Oh, your notes are great, but the data is wonky." Yeah, and he outright, well, maybe not outright, I guess. He kind of sneakily, but she knows what he means. Gets her to agree to change the data because he's like, well, if the jury thinks he's a sociopath, we can, put him away. And look, I don't know if maybe she was questioning it until she saw Muse. I'm not entirely sure, but she's completely gone over now. So yeah, it is. And I was going to say, Scarlet, I don't think we mentioned earlier, Muse was killing people and using their blood for paint, was what this guy did.
Ugh. Oh, yeah, I remember that in the comic books. Okay.
I was going to say,
okay, I'm on it.
And then he becomes Heather's patient and tries to kill her at the end, and that's where Daredevil saves her, and that's where she kind of like twists everything and makes it about her. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think Muse is coming back? Anybody?
I don't know. Hold on a second. I want to see something. I wanted to see who played Muse. I was looking to see.
It's the guy from Wednesday.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking I knew him, and that was why.
Who from Wednesday?
It's Hunter Dohan. He was Tyler. He was Tyler, which turns like morphs into whatever. What the hell's the monster that Christina Ricci?
Yeah,
the Hyde. That's what it was. He turned into the Hyde.
He does have a type, huh? A type with acting gigs.
Right, and now he's the Muse.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think she really saw the Muse? I thought he was a traumatic flashback. Yeah, I definitely thought it was PTSD. What did you guys think? Did you think he was really there?
Oh, I definitely thought that these were flashbacks, but I didn't know if it was foreshadowing his return, if he's going back or not. That's what the question is. But I definitely think at this point, they're definitely just flashbacks. Like she's having PTSD and it's pushing her over the edge because we see her like self-medicating with alcohol.
Yeah. I can't remember. Kimberly says, I believe it was a flashback. I think she has acute PTSD. I can't remember how he died. I mean, I feel like they shot him. She shot him. Okay, but did it
shot him when like Daredevil like busted in and like went to save her and had him, and she grabbed the gun and still shot him and killed him.
I guess my point is, was there a possibility he could have not been dead? I'm trying to remember what it looked like when she killed him. I don't remember.
I think she shot him in the chest, not in the head, which is what makes me think he could still come back.
Well, I've seen people shot in the head come back on some shows. So
that too.
Yeah.
That's him.
Yeah, no, I just wondered if it showed him after Ed, but I think it just showed him during, so it's possible, I guess. All right. she's also thinking about what she's doing, and she does it. Look, she changes the answers. So yeah, she's over on the dark side. It's too late for her. Now they can kill her.
That bitch.
All right. So back to, I just noticed that dummy. Why does the dummy have a hammer, not a hammer, but a mallet coming out of its back?
We're not going to say what position's in, Jamie. It's not after. Well, actually, it is after hours. It's early morning already where I'm at.
Oh, yeah, I guess that is in its back. I said back. I guess you're right. It isn't exactly his back. Yeah, she shot him. Yeah, no, I didn't mean she didn't shot him. I just was trying to remember, like, if it showed him, like, that he was dead or just showed him getting shot. I couldn't remember specifically. But anyway, they're training. Karen's been training, so she can maybe take care of herself a bit more now. Maybe she won't need Daredevil. We'll see. I think it's obviously foreshadowing she's going to get attacked, in my opinion. Otherwise, why have her train, right?
Yeah, and in this scene, this is where he zones out, right, and starts getting faster and harder. And she's like, "Wait, stop!" Like, you know, like he kind of like goes into his own head at this point, I think.
Faster and harder.
All right.
Yeah, yeah. After hours again. Yes. Back to Heather. She's an unethical psychologist. You're right, Kimberly. I guess I knew, like, she was the way I didn't think she was that corrupt, I guess, was just all I thought. Like, I was surprised a little bit. All right. There is his flashback with Foggy there. I think somebody had said they seen him when they were filming this season or something. So if that was the case, clearly it was just they showed. I don't know, because people were saying it's probably flashback. It's probably flashback. That could be new footage.
Nobody haunts on the show, right? Nobody haunts.
No,
right. Not at all.
It's not gonna haunt somebody.
Yeah, Karen says, I think he's dead and coming back. She's so traumatized she'll disassociate and assume his identity. Or it could be that she'll, like, become him, thinking that, like I could see if since this is a Marvel show, I could see like her going completely nutty and like becoming him or something, you know?
Yeah, like the victim cycle, right? Like you're a victim and then you end up becoming the actual abuser. I definitely can see her finding she won't look exactly like him, but it'll be a resemblance and you'll see like the symbolic like parallels. Absolutely.
Or there could be like a copycat, or he could come back. But it also makes me wonder, and I know he can't, but like I wish there was a way Foggy could come back, but I think Foggy's gone.
Yeah, I definitely think Foggy's gone. But like the last thing we saw was Fisk holding up his mask in the press conference in season 1, which makes me think if they did save his life and he didn't completely die, what if this is holding him like where the Punisher was, like in his little, like in all those little cages that he has downstairs where he was like originally holding Adam. So it's a possibility that he could come back if they could do it the right way. But I'm okay with him being completely dead and like Heather taking on that persona or it completely affecting her where she becomes completely evil and doing things to people and her patients the way Muse did to her. I can see that because he became her patient. So
yeah,
I can see that cycle.
Yeah, there's another. Yeah, see, this definitely I could be wrong, but this looks like new footage. They look older. That's why I'm going to say it looks like new footage. But I mean, it's a flashback. It doesn't matter. I'm just saying, like, I don't think it was from before. They talk about missing him, which is not surprising. And then the other guy comes up. Let's see. I lost his name now, but the other, whether he was the first mate or the captain, whatever, he comes and has come to her for help, and she's going to send him to Daredevil. Okay, so Cherry is back at his place. He's looking through the files when the task force comes to his apartment. Now, I meant to ask you guys something that I skipped by accident because I didn't have pictures of it. He kept texting Matt. I thought he was saying like was he coming for their meeting or whatever. I thought it was like a literal yes or no. He was coming for the meeting. But when he put no here, it made me think about it. What, sorry, are you going to say something? No? It made me think when he sent it, I wondered if like Matt, because Matt sometimes hears across the city, if he knew if the people were there and he was like, it was more like code, do you need me?
Right.
because the first time when he texted him was when that guy came in, although that guy wasn't a danger, so I don't know, that Hawkberg. But yeah, I don't know if it meant a meeting or not, because it was like as soon as he said no, Matt showed up. So yeah, I don't know if it was code or not.
I thought the same thing. I'm like, I wonder, because he can hear all that kind of stuff. I'm like, I wonder if he heard like the little thing, or like the way it was sent, where he was like, oh, like, and it just made him hone in on Cherry. I don't know, but there's no other way to explain why Matt showed up unless he was watching Cherry, and Cherry has to know that. So I thought it was completely done on purpose. Because if not, why respond to that kind of text? Because it looked so ambiguous.
Yeah, it did. I don't know. I don't have an answer for that.
Unless and then to receive it at the time of night, like who sends out a text asking if that's like something you want to be a part of at that time of night? So I definitely thought that was, Matt watching, sending something that you can easily respond to code. Even if they get his phone, they wouldn't be able to find anything or identify it or tie it back to Matthew. It was completely ambiguous, but they knew between them. Because if not, it was just weird. Like, I don't know about you, but I've never gotten a text from that kind of a solicitor at that time of night.
Well, I don't think it was from, it said, it said, are we meeting in Hell's Kitchen? I think. I mean, I don't know. They might know that they're friends, though. I wouldn't think they'd necessarily think it's like lawyer calling.
Maybe. I just assumed that it was like a setup, not for Cherry, but for Cherry to be like, no, being like, somebody's at my house already, so there's no way I can come meet you.
Yeah, well, that makes sense. The first time he did it, he wasn't in trouble, but it was when Hawkberg showed up. That's what made me wonder if maybe it was intentional, and it was, don't know.
Definitely possible.
All right. Yeah, it's a possibility. All right. So we have Patchy here comes in. I'm like wondering if Matt.
I love that you just said Apache. Did you
just?
Yes,
because that's not to be insulting or anything. We called the guy in Lost, that was his nickname, ended up when we watched it, because I realized after that sounded really rude calling him that, but I was thinking of Lost when I said it. But anyway, I'm just wondering, did Matt do that? Like, why does he have a patch? But anyway, but nothing against the guy. But anyway, because I don't know, the actor technically could have it. I don't want to be like and realizing, oh shit, like I didn't mean to insult somebody. But anyway, so they come in they break in because he won't open the door. He's like, if you don't have a warrant, I'm not opening it. And they break in and start beating him the shit up, and he just tells them off. He just totally won't, fall for anything. I like that he tells them off, but he does get hit a lot. And then yes, he has both his horns. So there you go. You can see him outright now. Really good.
Right.
Although they're black now anyway, so they're not the red horns, which I didn't think of. So it wouldn't really matter because he's got a new suit. But anyway, he starts his heart speeding really quick. He can hear, and it sounds like maybe he's having a heart attack. We're not sure towards the end, because he starts grabbing his arm. But he's kind of basically saying like, oh, I could take punches before better than this. Right. But he's asking if he's okay. I like that. That is a good shot though. And then the other guys come in, and Daredevil keeps fighting them. I got some good shots here. I was making sure I got them all because he's fighting them. Look at this. I love that. That was just like a perfect moment. I will defend you. I don't know. It's funny. I liked it. I thought it was great. But yeah, he's fighting these cops. There, he's going to hit him with the billy club. He's fighting back. And then he hears that it sounds like he is having a heart attack. He's grabbing his arm, and it immediately makes Matt think of Foggy. Yeah. And so he is distracted. Look, I get it, but I was kind of like, really, Matt? Really? Like, you've got to like not let that happen. Like, that's kind of, I don't want to say dumb.
You can't have feelings, man.
Not that, but like the people actually stop and be traumatized in that moment. Like, it's like, really? Dude, you're the superhero. What the fuck?
Oh, wow.
I thought he was gonna die, Jamie.
No, I didn't think he was gonna die. I was just annoyed. I'm like,
he's totally gonna die.
I was surprised that he did go down and that they were able to unmask him. I mean, it is very much like in the comics, but I was like, damn, they really went that way, because it's even the way they showed it. I'm like, come on, man, you got to be better on your point. You got a new suit. Yeah, be focused, lock in.
I was wondering, did they show any specific cops? Because I was wondering if that Powell was there. I didn't notice him, but I wasn't sure. But yeah, they unmask him. They're like, Matt Murdock. I more would think that they'd be like the blind guy. Like, I want to hear somebody be like, he's blind. Like, what? You know?
That's amazing what he can do.
But I would think if that's the case, you probably would think he faked the blindness, not be like, there's a blind superhero. But, you know, it's Marvel. But anyway, it's like, oh no, they're going to take him. They're going to arrest him. Like, no, they're going to shoot him in the head. But then all of a sudden, everybody gets killed.
That's a good combo shot, even though there's blood in it. Thanks.
It is.
The art of filmmaking.
It looks like that guy's missing his eye. He's got a hole in his eye.
Very from.
Okay, so you're welcome. So, Bullseye is back. Okay, so as soon as they unmasked him, I knew they were dead. His identity cannot be revealed in episode 1. Right. I figured it was going to be either Punisher or maybe even Karen, but I don't think she would have been that good of a shot. But I figured it was Punisher or maybe Jessica Jones. But I mean,
I wanted it to be Punisher so bad, and then I was like, "Oh, it's this freaking guy from season 1."
Yeah, because it's got a bullseye on it.
Bullseye, I know. I was like, I had to zoom on it too, because I was like, maybe it could be Punisher, and I was like, "Oh, freaking Bullseye."
Okay, so Bullseye killed Foggy. Sorry, what, Scarlet?
I was just gonna make a joke. I was like, who throws a knife with words on it? But the words are carved in, so he can touch it later. But it seems weird. It seems just for our benefit, not really for his.
Well, if they're carved, he can feel it. So, but yeah. It's more.
But he also felt it whizzed by his head and into the floor too. So that was probably his first indication it was a weapon.
Yes, I'm sure he figured out it was a weapon and that they're dead too. So there's also that. Right. Although he shot him, I think. But yeah, so Bullseye obviously was the villain before, and he is the one that killed Foggy, but we find out like he was manipulated by Vanessa and all that last season. So I don't know. I mean, are they going to team up? I don't see how that could work out, but I mean, I hope Matt's going to try to kill him still.
Buddies.
Don't want him to be buddies.
Besties.
Oh yeah.
I hate that guy. I never remember his name. I always call him Blind Spot. I don't know. I just remember Bullseye because he's got a bullseye, or because he of the bullseye. But that's funny, Karen. No, you really do hate everybody in the show. He hates everybody. You hate Karen too. She's got your name. You shouldn't hate Karen. The opposite of Bullseye. You're right. It kind of is the opposite of Bullseye. Yeah, I don't know.
I would like Karen to come up with. I like Karen to come up with new names for everybody in the show.
Yes. Come up with some funny names, Karen. I do think the Minotaur.
She can call Karen. She can call Karen on the show Wiggy if she wants. Wiggy.
Yeah, she could. Karen says, "Do you think the Minotaur with the head of the bull was foreshadowing this?"
See?
Oh,
see? It very much could have been.
See?
I think you
see?
Gone out
See?
talking about the Minotaur. Yeah, that's a good point, Karen. It could be. It definitely could be. I think, Jen, it was when you went out for a little bit, whenever we were talking about the Minotaur.
Okay. You were taken.
I had forgotten to ask you when you came back what you thought, and then I forgot about it. Yeah.
When you were disappeared.
You disappeared. No, but that's a good point, Karen. I had not thought of that. I don't know. I just kind of question, like, do we really need Bullseye, though? We're going to have Punisher. We're going to have Jessica Jones. Like, do we also need Bullseye coming
Super
back?
friends.
Yeah.
Do you think he's trying to redeem himself for killing Froggy?
Maybe.
Get
I guess. Yeah, get wiggy with it. But he's I mean, I don't know. Bullseye was the villain, so I feel like, do we really need him back? I don't know. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I guess we'll have to wait and see how it goes. But
I guess somebody's got to get redemption here, because Kingpin definitely is not. So maybe that's what it has to do with.
Maybe. But I assume he's going to be on Matt's side at this point.
Right.
Matt will probably try to kill him. Whether he will continue to try to kill him, we don't know. I have not seen a preview. Was there a preview anywhere?
I didn't see one.
Because I'm wondering if we muted it, we probably could play a trailer in the overlay. But I don't know. Sometimes it gets blocked, so it's probably better not to mess with it. I'm just curious what was in the trailer, if there was. But I didn't watch it like live. I don't know. any of them could do one episode or just a minor appearance. Frank was barely in it last year. That's true. Very true.
Very true.
Very true. Yeah, I guess it depends. I don't know. I'll have to wait and see. I don't know. Any predictions other than we're probably going to see Bullseye and Jessica? Any other predictions?
And Jessica Jones.
Yeah, and Jessica Jones. Yeah, I don't know. Any other predictions, you guys?
Nope,
No?
that's all my prediction. That's what I'm hoping for too.
Yeah. Well, anything else you guys got to add? Obviously, we're at the end of the episode. I don't know. I'm trying to think if I have anything else I want to point out. I think I said everything. Unless you guys have more.
I wonder if he has a box of those knives.
Wow.
Well, if he throws them and doesn't take them back, maybe.
No, the you're welcome knives, you know. Maybe he does
Oh,
some like good
maybe,
things for people. And it's like you're welcome.
Yeah, maybe.
Or even if it's not, ironically, you're welcome.
Yeah, it could be ironically, I guess. Very true. Let me see. What was I going to say? I lost track. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have anything else really to add, unless you guys have something else to add, other than to, remind everybody about our shows coming up. Let's see. Blind Spot and Wiggy. Yeah. That's funny. I like that. That's great.
That's Karen's new name for the show.
Yeah, they could have a spinoff, right? Blind Spot and Wiggy. Although Blind Spot maybe would work for Matt too. They could just call him Blind Spot. That's funny.
That's true.
All right. Well, unless you guys have anything else to add, just a reminder to everybody that Monday at 7:30 Eastern. I was looking to see if I heard back from the other person yet. Monday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern for Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. We have Axel Whitehead, who is Hellfire JT James in S.H.I.E.L.D., is going to be joining us. And we later, coming up soon, are also going to have James Paxton, who plays young John Garrett. But make sure you join us Monday, and we do check questions in the chat. So you can ask Axel stuff. So please, if you're a Marvel fan, and even if you haven't seen the show, please, we'd appreciate you joining us. All the traffic that we get for the interviews, it helps us get more interviews. So it's always appreciated. Please like the video, hype it if you can. Subscribe to Sci-Fi Vision, and don't forget to join our Discord for watch parties, schedules, all that. We will have more stuff coming. I am working on a video currently. And then also, once the show starts, we're going to be having 2 weekly shows for From. So yeah, keep checking the schedule, because we'll be covering it soon, and that's a little bit away. We were talking about doing a watch party this weekend. I know I was talking to Kimberly about doing one, and then I realized there's some other shows going on when we were going to do it. And I'm like, I don't know, we got to find a time, because we were thinking of Scarlet. I know you suggested it before. We were talking about maybe just watching the 10 episodes.
Change your life.
Well, see, originally my idea was I can't watch 40. I can't watch the 10 and rewatch the 30. But then I sort of waited.
There's only 30, Jamie.
No, I mean, I didn't want to watch all 30 and watch 10 separate was what I meant. But I waited too long to do the rewatch.
Oh, you're right. Okay.
Yeah, but now I waited too long to do it before the show. So might as well do a rewatch at this point. It doesn't really make a difference, but I'd like to.
I'll tell you, Jamie, if you just watch the 10, I think it works.
That's cool. Yeah, I'd like to try, and then I can make a video or whatever on what's.
You try it first and see if you're good. You might be good. You might not have to do a full rewatch.
Yeah, well, but that's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't really matter at this point. So, at least not for me. But I wish I had done it sooner, so I could have had the rewatch first. Yeah. I really would have liked to, but that's my fault. Hi, Bill. Welcome. But yeah, everybody stay tuned for that. There's also a lot of theories for From going on in our Discord. So please, guys, we do need members. And if you haven't subscribed to YouTube, please do. There's a bigger majority of people that watch these that aren't subscribed. So you're not all subscribed. We want to make it to 2000. We're at, I think, 1907 or something like that. We need to bump it up. You have an idea for a show later? Yes. Suggest the show, Karen. And we got to start on our Harry Potter stuff too. We're talking about the trailer. We got to start on our Harry Potter stuff we've been talking about. As it gets closer, I was also thinking maybe we should do X-Files since the whole Pluto stuff is going on, but I don't know if we have enough time. That's like a lot of a commitment. That's the only thing.
What is that?
But I do an X-Files, but I do love X-Files, but we already did it.
Pluto?
We already did it. It's coming to Pluto. It's like because
Pluto.
of the whole,
I thought you meant about
yeah.
the dwarf planet, and I was like, what?
No, the channel. But we actually already did a rewatch not that long ago. I mean, a rewatch live stream not that long ago. So it's kind of like, I don't know that we want to do another one, but we'll think about it. But yeah, that's it. Karen says that's it. I guess she's thinking of X-Files too. Well, that's good. Yeah, we'll have to talk about it then. If people want to see it, we'll have to see. But y'all guys can always let me know what you want to see, what watch parties you want to see. If we want to do a from one, we'll have to pick a time that works. The other thing is, I'm thinking that before Monday, we probably should have a watch party for at least one or two of Axel's episodes of S.H.I.E.L.D., I was thinking. So people are kind of fresh on it for the people who haven't seen it. Because, it'd be a good interview, even if you haven't seen it. Yeah, so that's about it, guys, unless you guys have anything else to add. And also our show, of course, Fandom Access is Tuesdays at 10 Eastern. Oh, I guess Karen was talking about Harry Potter, maybe. Pluto has X-Files coming, is what I was saying. Yes, but I can't control when the ads pop up in the live. Sorry. I do have to control it. Well, actually, mine are on right now, so mine are, because I have it open in the other window. There we go. Yes, a Harry Potter book club. We have talked about that. So let us know which one, guys. I still would like to do a S.H.I.E.L.D. show or a Marvel show. I just don't know. Like I said before, there's so much. I don't know how to break it up to make it not take like 3 years to get through it. Because I think if you did like one a week, it like literally would take, I think I'd figured out like 2 years or something.
Jesus.
So yeah, because there's 135, I want to say. So you couldn't do that. You'd have to like do like plots or by season or something. Yeah, I just don't know how to break it up, but I would really like to, because I'd love to do a S.H.I.E.L.D. show. But it's so much. But
I didn't even realize I watched that much.
Yeah, it's a lot. That's a lot. But well, like I said, we'll at least show Axel's episodes before Monday or on Monday. We'll decide on a time, and so we can get reacquainted with it. And because it's been a while. I mean, it's not been that long since I've seen it, but I think it probably has been since other people have seen it.
Right.
So,
it's been a minute, definitely.
Yeah. And then we'll do it the same thing for John Garrett. Well, young John. I'm saying young John Garrett because obviously it's two different people playing him, but yeah. Doc says we are going late. You just finished rewatching Monarch 5. Monarch 5 was Monarch with the 5 the one that was the other day, or is it new?
It just dropped tonight. It literally just dropped an hour ago.
See, the issue is I never know what day things drop because I've usually already seen this stuff, and I mean I hate to say that, but it's the truth. I cannot remember what day shows are on anymore because I have too many other things I got to watch. I just lose track of it. I just know From is on Sundays. That's all I remember. Because I still watch
one. Then that's what that means.
Well,
it's the most important one.
Live. That's why I still, or not live, but you know what I mean. Watch it when it's on. So yeah. All right, guys. Well, I guess that is about it. Again, thank you everybody for coming, and we will see you on Tuesday, I guess. And yeah. Thank you, everybody. We appreciate it. Good night.
Bye. Good night.
Bye. Good night, everybody.
Good night. You're welcome.